This video is just gonna be random things. I'm just gonna be freestyling. This won't be a certain subject. So I'm gonna try a little something different. Stick to things that kind of make you wonder. If you know how to think outside the box. Like for instance, have you ever thought about why the pyramids resemble an ant mound? Other things such as why the moon never spins, we only see one side. Why does the moon look like a big ass rock? Why is it that only black people hair stand up and everybody else hair lays down? Could many of the stars that we see at night actually be spaceships? Could this planet Earth be a TV station for extraterrestrials? Alright, I'm going to start raising all these questions. Before I forget these questions and may leave some unanswered. So, the moon. According to the llamas from Tibet, they say that the moon is actually a spaceship that hasn't been driven in eons. Okay? Now, according to Elijah Muhammad, it said that the moon came from this planet Earth through a cataclysm or nuclear explosion. It said that one of these black men, scientists that is, got very frustrated because he couldn't make everybody on the planet speak one language. And because he couldn't get them to surrender to his will, he packed so much dynamite in the earth and blew half of it off. Now I got a problem with that. Because if it blew half of it off, how did it get to be a perfect circle? I'm just saying, some ain't adding up to me. A perfect circle from an explosion? I just don't get it. I ain't getting it. Okay, he said that the reason why it's dry, this is what Elijah taught, said that the reason why it's dry is because the water tilted all on the planet Earth. Now it's devoid of water. That's why at nighttime, more so than anything, the moon controls the ocean currents. That's what he taught. Now, the astronauts claim that when they went up on the moon, I think this was in either 68, 72, 1968, 1972. One of them, somewhere along the way, but they claim, bottom line, they claim that they found ashes all over the moon dust, and they said it smelled like gunpowder. Okay. Now also in the book I read that there are people living inside of the moon, and many of the missing children that I can't think of that book for nothing. Shit. Damn. But it said that many of the missing children are actually, they basically been abducted, and they live inside the moon, and they do not miss you. This is what it say. They do not miss this planet Earth, nor do they miss their loved ones. They're having such a marvelous time. That's what the shit say. Sound kind of eerie to me though. Okay. It kind of remind me of the movie Guardians of the Galaxy, because you have this white guy that is basically abducted at a young age, and he becomes a guardian of the galaxy dealing with other extraterrestrials all over. So this could be those children if there be any truth in it. Also, they claim, according to William Cooper in his book, Behold the Pale Horse, he claims that from some of the stuff that he read in top secret documents, there is life on the other side of the moon, and that many of the extraterrestrials have been taking water from this planet, transporting it. He said he believed that they have been transporting water from this planet, taking it to the moon, trying to jumpstart the moon to basically vegetate the whole moon. Okay, that's what he say. I don't know, but that's what he say. These are just some of the questions that I raised that I want to give a little clarity to. Now, why? That's a good one here. Now, why does the pyramids resemble an ant mound? This shit here kind of fucked me up when I read about it, but it made sense. Okay, this goes back to Atlantis. They have underground pyramids. Underwater pyramids. Probably underground too. But they most definitely have underwater pyramids with the faces of what look like Egyptian as far as statue goes. But they have underground pyramids that they claim was the remnants of Atlantis. Now, according to the Emerald Tablets, also it's a book called The Return of the Golden Ones. I think it's out of print now because I tried to re-find it. I had it on a PDF format. But I tried to find it in book form, can't find it nowhere. In that book, it says that the Atlanteans were led underground by some ant-looking people that saved them from the flood. Okay? Now we know that ants live underground. Especially the queen. She lives at the bottom of the mound. She's protected by the workers. So it was with the way that the Egyptians did or structured the pyramids. So there's a great similarity between ant mounds and pyramids. Just that simple. Yeah. So, about the stars. The stars, according to the Holy Quran, is the bottom layer of the heavenly realm. It is the bottom of the heavenly realm. That means it's the lowest part of the heavens. That means that we in hell. If it's at the bottom of the heavenly realm, that's what the shit say. We adorn the lower heavens with stars. Now I had an out of body experience. This is when I seen the spaceship and shit. And what looked like a star was actually a spaceship because it started moving and got close to me and all that, and other shit happened. But anyway, stars, shooting stars, according to the book of Enoch, are stars that have disobeyed the Creator, and they have been cast into the abyss. So when you see a shooting star, that's a star that disobeyed its post and have been cast into the abyss. That's going to the book of Enoch. stars also represent your photonic light particles that's inside you. This is why when you see Nut, the Egyptian goddess representing the universe, she's stylized with stars running out throughout her body. These stars represent fragments of your soul, because photons are pieces of your soul. This is why when you stress, you're depressed, you give off small light particles. And then the jealous God begins to feed, as you should know by now, because he's a light stealer. Yeah. Also, certain planets are certain vibrations or frequencies, meaning that if you do not vibrate at a certain frequency, you cannot see the true formation or civilization of that planet. This planet is third dimensional. Okay? But for every physical, there is a spiritual, because the astral is the counterpart to the spiritual. Okay? There are planets that we see with the physical eye that is of actually a higher vibration. If you were to be able to go through a wormhole or teleport to that planet, you will see things that are totally different from the way we see it. Just through your vision. The colors would be much more vivid. Alright. Higher vibrational planets for higher vibrational beings. Low vibrational planets for low vibrational beings. Yeah, that's why we here. Because we on a low level using 2 DNA strands. Yeah, but we actually got 12. Now, why do black people have stand up and everybody else have lay down? Your shit only gonna stand up even if you not 100% black, unless you got some black in you. Okay? This just goes to show you that we have the dominant seed. Alright? It's just what it is. Otherwise, the black seed wouldn't be noticed, okay? More so than any other race. It's just that simple. Okay? This ain't got nothing to do with no egotistical shit. This is just a fact. Also, research through scientific study, they have claimed that through your hair, your nerves are extended. So basically, your hair is an extension of your nerves. And the stronger the hair, the stronger the nerve. Okay? Now, so in a way, your hair like an antenna. And antennas are supposed to stand up. Also, it's supposed to be like a helper with sixth sense. Because I remember reading in the book dealing with psychic phenomena, where it said that the soldiers that had long hair, when they was in the army or whatever branch it may have been, but when they was at war, the ones that had longer hair, they could sense the enemy before they got up on them. They was more alert. I don't know how true that is, but it's what the shit said. But according to science, your hair is an extension of your nervous system. Now, some people say because black people was in Africa in a hot climate, that had something to do with the structure of our hair as well as our nose and lips. That's highly possible. All right? Because I've seen black people from India. Okay? From Ethiopia. They got straight hair. Their lips are not as broad or as wide as that melanated man in Africa. Now, according to Atlantis, there were 2 Ethiopians. One lived in Africa, he had kinky hair, and one lived in India, he had straight hair. Also, according to the Imram tablets by Maurice Dorel, he claimed that the Atlanteans were dark-skinned people with straight hair. Now, I have personally saw one of these Atlanteans, and this was astral. This was strictly astral. But he was tall. He could have been about, shit, he looked like he was about 8 foot tall. And very broad shouldered, had a robe on, and about my skin tone, if not my skin tone, except his skin had more glow to it. And he had real long hair and a beard that came down to the bottom of his chest like mine. Okay? But it came all the way down. And he had white hair. White. I ain't never seen none that white in my life. And it kind of put me in a mind frame of the ones that they call the Ancient of Days, or the Head of Days. Because he looked like he was ancient, but he looked like he was in his mid-30s in his face. So, I could say this. Just because you black don't mean you're supposed to have kinky hair. We come in all type of diverse shades as far as color go and hair texture. But we are the only race that have kinky hair that stand up. Okay? Another thing. Just some questions that should be raised. We got all these things on planet Earth. And like out of all these things that we see on the surface, it's only one that really stand out that light up at night and you can see him at night. He just light up. It just lights up. And that's the lightning bulb. Yeah. Now, somebody should ask the question, how come that lightning bulb lighting up like that? How come he got all that? Like he got electricity going through his body or some shit. What's up with him? I think he should be studied. So, this is how we should be. We should be like a lightning bulb. We should be harnessing all that energy. Harnessing our energy instead of giving it away. This is the point of meditation. Where you can take in all that photonic light particles, without stressing, being sad, depressed, worried, giving off all those light photonic particles. What if you was able to harness all them photons without feeding this bloodthirsty, vampirist, jealous God your light particles? What if you could harness it all? You would become just like a lightning bulb. You would glow. You would shine. Okay? You give away a lot of light photonic particles when you have a ejaculation. This was the point of the mystery schools. To not have an ejaculation, but an ejaculation. Comes with very well trained sacred sciences and self-discipline. Alright? It can be done. Shit. You gotta want to do it though. You gotta dedicate your life to it. You gotta bang it or rep it like y'all niggas represent Jesus. Alright? And we know how much black people love Jesus. I'm finna speak from personal experience. I've seen this shit plenty of times. They will choose Jesus over their own child. Yeah. Brainwashed. Absolutely brainwashed. Worst drug on the planet. One of them anyway is in the top 5. Religion is a drug. Side effects will hit your ass too. Okay? I don't need no man. I got Jesus. Stupid shit. Well, that's what they say. A slave to the mind. Mentally incarcerated. Slave to religion. Let me rephrase that. Anyway, I thought I'd touch on a few random things just to make people think outside the box. Yep. Oh, also about these Antnoid beings too. I've heard people speak on the Andromedans. The Andromedans are claimed to be a planet where there are nothing but women. They're very militant women. And their soldiers are Antnoid beings. But anyway, until then, peace.